Roll up, roll up, roll up. The show of a lifetime is about to begin. I've been an entertainer for getting on for 45 years. It's a whole lifetime. I'm beginning to feel that at least now I know something about the business. I occasionally take time out, even during the show, just to catch the look in children's eyes or the smile on adults' faces and think, what a lucky guy I am. Hey! Of course, there's a great tradition of living on the road, and I've always admired and envied, in a way, circus performers who live full-time on the road. So a few years ago, 3-4 years ago now, I decided I was going to do it myself again, because I lived on the road when I was young, but now I'm doing it full-time and I won't go back to bricks and mortar. I love living on the road. I love living on tyres and a big lorry, which is what I've got. And I've got my work in the trailer behind and my home in the lorry with the dogs, and that's us. It is a very romantic life, in the real sense of that word. There's a sense of risk and danger, but also a great adventure going on in my life all the time. Of course, it's romantic to arrive in the middle of the night, set up and leave in the middle of the night, meaning something special in their lives for those few days, and then moving on. It is romantic. I think that's part and parcel of the whole thing. Music is essential in my performance. It's like the heartbeat of the show. One of the things that people notice about the show is how it sort of fits to the music. In fact, the music, I've fitted myself to the music, I think, or the music's fitted itself to me. And it all started, the particular classic show, of course, started with an old cassette. You remember old cassettes? I was walking along the street or a little country road really in Scotland, and saw a bin, and right just on the top of the bin, it wasn't actually in the bin, it was just on the top of the bin, was a cassette of the music from The Sting. Not a film I'd seen at the time, I've seen it since of course, but so I took it and thought, well, that's somebody giving me a present. And ever since then I've used that music in that order, in the order of play as it is on the cassette, and it's fantastically evocative, those ragtime tunes. For the last year I've been writing a blog, which is an intimate view of my backstage life in a way, and it's about not just how the shows go, but it's about the way of life of a travelling entertainer in Britain today. And it's got quite a lot of following. I won't say I'm viral, but I am quite popular, and I get a lot of response, a lot of emails from people about it, and that's lovely. It really is lovely, that. One of the great things about living in a lorry is you can live very cheaply, and I do live very cheaply. I'm certainly not a rich man. It's chips tonight! I don't do it for the money. I've never done anything for the money. I do it for the love and the joy of it all. But having a bit of money in your pocket is, of course, very useful, and it's been, you know, winters are hard because there's not a lot coming in, and so I was writing about it in my blog last winter and was mentioning how much I was living on. I can't believe it now when I think about it, but I was living on 20 quid a week, which isn't a lot of money, including the dogs, I know. And I was writing about how I did it, and a couple of days later in the post came this envelope, and I opened it, and there was a card, anonymous, All the words on the card began with the letter A.
Audacious acrobatic activities and amazing aerial antics, always avoiding ambulances.
And inside the envelope was 50 quid in cash. Unbelievable. And it was a real mystery. And ever since, virtually every month, right the way through the winter, my mystery benefactor has sent 50 quid in cash to me. And so thank you if you're listening to this. I'm going to carry on balancing on chairs for all my life. In fact, I think in some ways my last moments will be falling off the chairs. And of course I really admire those wonderful old performers who carry on right to the end. Tommy Cooper's obviously, I was actually watching his live performance when he died. And there was something about dying with the ringing of laughter in your ears that I really loved. And I wouldn't want a protracted death on a bed somewhere in a hospital. I'd want to fall off or, you know, fall over halfway through a show and the audience think that it's part of the show, and a big round of laughter ringing in your ears as you depart from this mortal coil. And no, I shan't retire. I shall never retire. I'm not the retiring kind.